I just want to pose a question to the veterans who have been sailing for many years in the past. So what was one policy that, throughout your career in sailing, what was one policy that you've actually encountered that you didn't talk about it too much back then, but right now you're in office already, you think back and you're like, that's a pretty ridiculous one.
This is Not Your Average Podcast.
Are there any such?
Yeah.
There is one.
Yeah.
The drug and alcohol
Oh,
policy.
yes.
The direction it was going, that back in the day, even if there was a drug and alcohol policy, it was what's that? And drugs, I would say.
Yeah.
That was never the issue, but
It was more the alcohol.
it was more the alcohol. Rivers would flow at times, and ships still sailed, and everything went on. So today we can sit and laugh about it.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, we are not promoting drinking and navigating a ship, of course, but we're talking about, times where people have parties on board and recreational times. So, it was drug and alcohol policy is one of them.
Can I add something to that? It's quite interesting. So
Yeah.
I also come from seafaring family, right? So I understand that in those days, in fact, it was currency. So if you wanted something to get done, you would offer a pack of cigarettes or some alcohol to the agent, to the person. I'm an agent. I will not work with alcohol, but it used to,
Yeah, it was currency.
You're right.
It was. We ran our own edition of the FAL convention on board, and this was a key currency.
Yeah, but not anymore.
Yeah, and so that's why I said something that we can laugh about.
Stepped into the conversation.
Yeah.
Saying not anymore.
Not anymore.
Zero tolerance.
You're wrong.
From a policy point of view, when I was a cadet, I was in an Indian company, right? And where we used to get every week 2 bars of soap, right? So these were, in India, there were these hammam soaps, right? And then there were these green color soaps, and we would get 2 every. Now, how much would you use? So by the
I'm
time
already laughing.
we were doing 12 months of sailing, right? And we would
24.
accumulate like 12 months. So every week you're getting 2. So no, what we would do is, whenever we would go to a port, right? So especially in Suez, even today I have got these papyrus things and stuff, because we would trade these
Barter
soaps.
system.
Yes.
Barter system.
We would buy
barter system.
fish from it. We would, go
That's so true.
and these soaps were currency back then, because we didn't have any money, but we had lots of soaps.
Actually, about that, right? You're getting 2 a week.
Yeah.
Now I'm getting 2 a month. Right? And when I sign off from the ship, my entire drawer is full of soap bars.
Can you imagine?
And then the incoming third officer will ask me, do you even shower? You have so much soap. But because I bring my own soap on board, so I don't use that. But I still give them back. And I still have a whole drawer full of it.
So
You had a generous company, Anuj.
it was the best company ever.
But when you had 2 soaps, you could have said no to the rest of the soap.
I could, but
See, now the ship owner is talking.
See, that could have helped somebody else.
I tell them, like, stop putting the soap outside my cabin. I just need the washing powder,
Yeah.
But maybe it's just for convenience sake, we just put outside.
No, but there's also a feedback loop that, Mr. Ship owner, you need to supply better soap because he's bringing his own soap.
Yeah,
Bringing
see,
your own soap.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, see, exactly what I said sometime back, the priorities and preference of all the 25 cannot be the same, right? So, as a ship owner, they do what is fair and reasonable.
Yeah.
This is ship owner answer. Huh?
Good ship.
So perhaps I'll give a seafarer answer. One of the first ships I sailed on, there were 16 cadets on board. I think this is some special training ship that went on. So I think you know. With sailing, we get 2 bars of soap per month. The training program was about 4 months. So you could imagine 16 cadets, untouched soap bars for 4 months, how much you accumulated. And then the instructor was asking, are you guys not showering or what? Is that why the classroom smells? I'd say, no, sir. It's because as we're Gen Z, right? The Gen Z, the concept of a bar soap is very much foreign to me.
I'm not a Gen Z.
Okay, yeah, I'll say for Gen Z. Okay. Millennial. So liquid soap is what we use. And till now, before I go on ship, I actually go and calculate how much did I spend the last time. And then I'll bring that equivalent amount on board. Because true. But I do understand, yes, as a ship owner, you have to give what is considered acceptable.
How do you carry liquid soap through? Like you carry liquid
No,
soap?
you check in your luggage normally.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, of course, I wrap it up within my clothing and all that. Actually, that's on. Yeah. And of course, whenever call port, go shortly. I'm a big fan of heading to a nearest supermarket to load up my essentials whenever my ship calls port. Yeah, that's how I get mine.
Yeah, don't bring bottles on it. You bring the top-up packets.
Yeah. You bring the initial bottle and then the packet.
Yeah. Wow. Refills.
Yes. Right. Well, the refills are definitely cheaper. Yeah.
This is new. I mean,
Okay, now you go.
yeah, I would never buy as a matter of principle. I would never buy soap. I would be like, this is what a ship owner needs to give me. Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
See, that is the difference between the Zen X and
Yeah,
Z.
different.
You know, actually, we adapt.
I try to deviate.
I
feel like warming stuff. So we need to.
Sure. Yeah.
But you are not wrong, because this is the change.
Correct.
Okay, and change is the only constant. So we need to get used to it.
So you live by your principles, Jayakumar. I respect that.
See, if I'm given 40 kilograms of luggage allowance, then I'm going to use up all 40 kilos,
But last topic of the day. So it's about why people still sail.
Yeah.
Why they still sail.
people still
Or why should people still sail? Yes.
The purpose, the pride, and the perseverance.
Wow.
Wow.
It has evolved over the years, and we have been adapting to the changes. Why people still sail? Number one, for money. That is one thing. And number two, there is always a sense of pride, which, every profession has. You see, today we're talking about doctors or engineers or bankers or IT and all this. But this one profession actually moves the world. It physically moves the world. And if you are working, in this profession, you are a global citizen. I'm a Singaporean, I belong to Singapore. But when you are a seafarer, you belong to the world. You are contributing to the global economy. You are contributing to many countries' energy security. So there is always a sense of pride in this profession, So, second, that uniqueness of life, you go around, you see the world. So, it's a great profession. It's invisible, but it is indispensable. I would, invite the youngsters, keep this profession as one of their choices.
Today they've given us a lot of
Yeah,
Like some, like-
picture aura.
pretty good. I like it. Yeah.
I really love to sail. It was a choice I had, and I deliberately went into it. I enjoyed almost every bit of being at sea. My wife sailed with me for many years, and it was the best time of our lives we had. The reason I left sailing was because I had a child, and at that time, that was a decision I made. I do believe that this is the best time for shipping. Of course, there will always be problems, and that is what people on this table are sitting there to solve, right? And I don't see a problem which is insurmountable. If we can get our act together, this can be a brilliant profession for people to continue sailing.
So I just need one P.
All the bees are taken. We stand in line.
and I'll make it and I'll make it a P. I'll make it a P cube, because for me it has personally been purpose. P cube. And
Purpose, pride, and perseverance.
So there's 4 purposes now.
and I've seen what this industry has done to people. I've seen how it has uplifted lives.
But one more sheet to cover all the 3 P's is the passion.
Yeah, the P's are really deep.
Yeah, so see, Singapore, we've had C's, right? So today, Maritime has given Singapore P's.
Peace, guys.
Peace.
You are missing all the good
Prosperities.
Prosperity.
Prosperity.
Peace, progression.
Correct.
prosperity.
And you're talking about C, along with passion, you need compassion, not compulsion.
This podcast now is geared towards toddlers, mothers, and fathers. Please put your kids to
Well,
watch
our
this.
discussion, I said.
Today's letter is D. We are Sesame Street today.
Right. So to conclude that, yes, I've seen what it has done to people. I've seen how it has changed lives, how it has uplifted homes. There's no industry that says you can come here and keep rolling and you're going to achieve what you came here to achieve. So perseverance is the given here. That's required. I have a son who's doing his PSLE this year. I'm leveraging on the community, including SMOU, and bringing him into events and giving him that exposure that there is this world that exists, there is this community that exists. And when time comes, if he feels that he wants to sort of come up to this, I know that there are people here with open arms that would embrace him.
And it means Camp. It's the Sean Amrish.
Why I continue to sail? On a personal level, okay, I'm still young. I like the adventure of it, in the sense that, when we say adventure, you would think, you go to see different places around the world, you try different cuisines, but more of character building. The initial doubt when you first step on the gangway for the first time you enter the engine room or be the bridge, your first satisfaction doing watchkeeping, and then your first time doing a job, it's levels of character building, and then of course the good time there on board, and then eventually you're signing off when you say goodbye to those kind and lovely souls that you call family for those few months. So that kind of adventure gives me that kind of high, in a sense that I always look forward to it. The initial struggle, that high, and then that excitement to go home. And in that sense, I've got a lot of friends, colleagues that turned into friends that we still keep in contact to today. I don't know if there are many jobs that enables you to experience all this. Maybe if you're an expert working in different countries, but nothing like shipping.
See, shipping has given a timeless memories.
Yes.
Because today, even when I go on board the ship, whenever a ship comes to Singapore, Anchorage, I go on the ship. It's not about I'm inspecting the ship. I love to go each and every corner of the ship. So I start from the bridge. Yes, I start from the bridge. No, it's not what I see. It is what I feel. I mean, some things it's not for seeing. It is for you to feel it.
Yeah.
So you go around the ship because all that memories comes back. Because it has given timeless memories. So at the end of the day, when you complete successfully, the satisfaction that you get.
Absolutely.
Every loading, every discharging, when it becomes eventless, you still remember all those days where your family is with you on board. Those memories is a lifetime memories,
You want to add your thoughts to
What you said.
Yeah.
What you said.
It pays the bills. But I think my motivation is really I think I've said this in previous interviews as well. So to me, a lot of times when I'm on board, I log into my banking app, and every month I see my salary being credited. It is a big motivation. But at the same time, actually what I hear you guys sharing about the passion, the adventure, and whatnot, it's actually a very different response, or rather, I feel different when I hear you guys saying it versus when I hear cadets right now who are going through their pre-C, and sure, they say, I joined this industry for the passion, but when they say that to me, I will tell them, well, join your first ship first, and then after your first contract, you sign off. Then you tell me whether do you still want to continue this industry, because I feel that on your very first ship is where it's a very make or break moment for a lot of them. And to me, on my first ship, it was it was a very big eye opener. Yeah. So the one thing that really stuck to my mind was crossing the Indian Ocean, not during monsoon season, but where the sea surface was mirror.
Yeah.
And then back then, cadet time, you follow chief officer watch. So you got your sunrise and sunset watches. And then your sunrise, you see the sun just peeking over the horizon.
Nice.
And then it's a mirror image. So to me, it's like, which office, unless you're working overtime as a facilities manager, you won't see this kind of views from the
Absolutely.
office.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, so it's this kind of like what you all say, the memories that you make on board is really now that you think back about it, is very surreal. And I'm sure when you're walking along alleyway, when you go on board the ship, you're walking along alleyway, you start to think, last time I do the fire extinguisher inspection. Now last time I asked all of them to put their immersion suit outside the cabin. These memories start to flood back, and I'm sure it's a lot of memories that you guys cherish as well.
Few things. I think that, we always look at seafarer well-being or Day of the Seafarer or all of these things as only for seafarers. But I do also want to share that, if you're watching and if you have someone who has power, who has authority, who has a voice, usually it is the people who have these things that can speak up for disenfranchised people,
Yeah.
people who don't have that much of voice at the moment. So it's also nice to understand seafaring and seafarers, even if you've not sailed before, to potentially better understand yourself in the industry. And I think shipping or maritime is an industry that really provides that level of fulfillment. We have a community. I have 3 Cs. We have a community that is so welcoming, frankly speaking, even within intense competition sometimes. It is quite a welcoming community. The culture is very good, very positive, and camaraderie. And that was my last. The friendship, right? Like we have a good sense of friendship. And it doesn't need to be just with people you're working with. You have no working relationship with people. The friendships are quite strong.
But it is lifelong.
Lifelong, yeah. And so I think other industries don't usually offer this kind.
I think especially with a lot of organizations especially in Singapore nowadays.
Yeah.
Just take for example, who's organizing this podcast in the first place, SMOU.
And SSA YEG.
And yeah, correct. I wanted to add that in, but yes,
It's my job.
Yeah. So you have all these organizations, you have all these associations available to you, and it's help, it's support that is available, which I don't think sure you have other industries, but how active are they in championing the voices of seafarers and port workers and what have you?
Well, the various aspects
Yeah,
of shipping, yeah.
So they are. I mean, you see a lot of them trying to shine the spotlight through. Yeah. So we're getting there slowly. We're getting there. Yeah. So I think it really helps a lot that there are these avenues of support.
Yeah.
On that note,
Behind every shipment, every delivery, every stock shelf, there are people carrying much, much more than just cargo.
and they carry pressure, sacrifice, responsibility, and sometimes risk that a lot of us may never see.
So this Day of the Seafarer, let's recognize what seafarers do and what they do to keep the world and trade moving.
This
Is
Not.
your average.
Podcast.
Happy
Day of the Seafarer.